and welcome to our YouTube channel Manjari Modern School. So in the previous videos we are just going through the chapter number 1, that is plants and animals. Okay, in that we have seen the two topics, that was some of the features of the plants and animals and the difference between plants and animals. Okay, so some of the common features that were, I am just revising the previous videos. All plants and animals breathe. Then after they grow in size, they feel and respond to a stimuli. They need food, they move, they produce young ones of their own kind and they die. So these were some of the common features of the plants and animals. Now, in the difference we have seen the plants prepare their food by their own, okay, and the plants, how the plants breathe. They breathe through the tiny holes which are present in the leaves. They are called the stomata. Okay. Then after animals. Animals have a special organ to breathe. Nose, lungs, air holes, and that all the things from which they breathe. The another point, that was how the plant prepare food. So the plants prepare food by their own, and the animals can't prepare their food by their own. They have to move from places to places to find the food. Then after, third point was the plants just stick at the ground at one place. They can't move from one place to the another place. And in animals move from one place to the another place for their shelter, food and other things. Then after, plants do not have any sense organs. Okay, plants do not have any sense organs, but in the animals have some special sense organs like eyes, nose, ears, and that all the things to feel, to taste, and that all. But plants do not have any special organs, and plants just respond to some of the stimuli, but in animals quickly respond to any of the stimuli. Okay. The next point was the plants reproduce through seeds, cutting, grafting, that method, but the animals reproduce, they just produce their young ones or lay eggs. Okay. And the last point, that was plants and trees just keep growing. And what happens in the animals at specific age they stop growing. Up to here we have seen, and further it is breathing and respirating. Now our new topic, that is breathing and respiration. Breathing and respiration. Respiration. Okay, breathing and respiration. So here you can see the first thing it is given is the respiration. Okay, so what is respiration? Let us see that. Respiration is the process. I am just writing that. Respiration is the process. By which animals and plants take in oxygen from the air and give out give out carbon dioxide okay. So what is the respiration process? That is respiration is the process by which animals and plants take in oxygen from the air and give out carbon dioxide. Okay, so what is the respiration process? As in human, what we do, we just breathe in with the oxygen rich air and just breathe out the carbon dioxide rich air. That is the respiration process. And here in the animals, how it is occurred. Okay, so in the animals, the animals are divided in further into other types. So the first type, that is terrestrial animals or land animals. Terrestrial animals. So how they breathe? First of all, terrestrial animals, how they breathe, means the animals which live on the land, how they breathe. So it is written that terrestrial animals breathe through their lungs. Reptiles and birds also have lungs. Mammals breathe through nose and lungs. Here, how they breathe, I am just writing. Animals living on land, breathe through their lungs. Okay, breathe through their lungs. Then after the another point, that is reptiles and birds. Reptiles and birds also have lungs. Okay, and the mammals, talking about the mammals, breathe through nose and lungs. Okay, mammals breathe through nose and lungs. So here in the terrestrial animals, first of all, what is the respiration process that we have seen? That is, the respiration is the process by which animals and plants take in oxygen from the air and gives out carbon dioxide. And how it occurs in the animals. So in the animals, further they have divided the animals into different types. So the first type, that is terrestrial animals. So the animals living on land. Animals living on land. Okay, terrestrial animals means animals that live on the land. So here, which animals live? First of all, animals and reptiles, birds, mammals, that all live in the land. Okay, then after, animals living on land breathe through their lungs. Means the animals which are on the land, usually they breathe through their lungs. Okay, then after, coming towards reptiles. reptiles and birds also have lungs. Means reptiles and birds also breathe through their lungs. Then after coming towards mammals, so here I think double M it will become. Mammals breathe through nose and lungs. Okay, mammals breathe through nose and the lungs, like the human. Human also have nose from which they take in the oxygen and take out the carbon dioxide, as mammals also do that. Okay, then after moving forward, coming towards the aquatic animals. Okay, how the aquatic animals breathe. But before that, if you want to just underline some of the main points, you can underline. And just giving you 10 to 15 seconds these main points to underline. Okay, now moving towards the aquatic animals, which is the further type of it. So in the aquatic animals, so the aquatic animals so what are first of all aquatic animals? So the animals that live on water are known as the aquatic animals. So what are first of all aquatic animals? The animals that live on water. Okay, live on, not live in water. Live in water. Okay, so that are the aquatic animals. Now moving further, that is aquatic animals live in water and take in oxygen that is dissolved in water. So here we get our first point, that is these animals live in water and take in oxygen that is dissolved in water. Okay, then after, some of them breathe through their lungs, some through their gills. Here it is given which just breathe through their gills. So here it is fish, oysters, crabs, and some other aquatic animals. Breathe through their gills. Okay, so in that, taking what the aquatic animals, how they breathe? They breathe through what? They breathe through. They breathe in the. They just take in the oxygen which is dissolved in water. Okay, and then after they just breathe through gills and through lungs. But here, fish, crabs, and some other aquatic animals breathe through their gills. Now let us see that which animals just breathe through their lungs. So here it is: dolphins, and whales. Breathe through their lungs. Okay. How they breathe? The dolphin and the whale breathe through their lungs, but how can just they take in oxygen? So for that they have given that they come to the surface of the sea once in a while to breathe. Here, aquatic animals, how they just breathe. Here, if we say that they take in oxygen that is dissolved in water, how they just take in the oxygen which is dissolved in water with the help of gills? They just take in the oxygen. But there are other animals which they breathe through their lungs in the water. How they breathe? Here, dolphins and whales breathe through their lungs. They come to the surface of the sea once in a while to breathe. Means they come on the surface and then after they just breathe and just again go into the water. Okay, so in that way the dolphins and the whales breathe. Okay students, now I am just giving you time, you just note down main points. Okay. Okay students, have you written? Now moving towards the another type of animals, okay, how they just breathe. So the another fact, see here, some animals such as frogs breathe through their skin, and when they are in water they breathe through their and through their lungs when they are on land. Here the frog, they are just talking about the frog, how they just breathe. So when they are in the water they breathe through their skin, and when they are on the land they just breathe through their lungs. Okay students, now breathing through the skin is called cutaneous breathing. Animals such as frogs and that lives on both land and in water are called amphibians. Okay, so here it is given the point that breathing through the skin is called cutaneous breathing. Okay, and the another one, animals such as frogs that live both on land and in water are called amphibians. Okay, so this is the another type of the here animals breathing through the skin is called the cutaneous breathing. Okay, and animals such as frog that live on both land and in water, so they are called the amphibians. Okay, now here we are just talking about the animals. Now we just move forward towards the insects, how the insects breathe. Okay, before that, if you want to write this, you can write. I'm just giving you some time. Okay, now moving forward, now we have just completed the animals. In animals, we have seen the terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, cutaneous breathing, and the amphibians. Okay, so what is the how the terrestrial animals breathe? They breathe through their lungs, and aquatic animals breathe through their lungs and gills both. And cutaneous breathing. What is cutaneous breathing? The animals which breathe through their skin, that is known as cutaneous breathing. And such as a frog, they live on both, that is in water and on land, so they are known as which amphibians? They are known as the amphibians. Now moving forward towards the insects. Okay, moving forward towards the insect. Here in the next page you can see the picture is given horse, that is terrestrial animal, fish, that is aquatic animal, and the frog, which is an amphibian. Okay, and here starting with the insect, how the insect breathe. Okay, how the insects breathe. Here it is given insects have small opening insects have small openings called spiracles on the side of their body, bodies. Okay, and they breathe through they breathe through the spiracles. Okay, they breathe through the spiracles. So now coming towards the insect. Before that we have seen the animals. So we know that how the animals breathe. So they have just categorized animal into some types, that was terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, and the amphibians. So first of all, terrestrial animals, how they breathe through their lungs. Okay, then after aquatic animals, the animals which live in the water, so they breathe through their lungs and through their gills both. So the animals the animals which just breathe through their gills, they absorb the oxygen which is dissolved in the water and breathe. And the animals which breathe through their lungs, that are dolphin and whales, which they come on the surface of the water and breathe and go again in the water. Now coming towards the insect, so that is, insects have small openings called spiracles on the sides of their body. Means there are some small holes which are on the bodies of the insect and which are known as the spiracles, and they breathe through the spiracles. Okay, the insects breathe through their spiracles. Now moving forward, and it is plants, how the plants breathe. But before that, here we just kept up to here, and in next video we will just go to the new topic. Okay students, and let us revise all the things which we have seen in this video. So in this video we have seen the breathing and respiration. So first of all, we have seen the respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is the process by which animals and plants take in oxygen from the air and gives out carbon dioxide. And in that we have seen about the animals, that was terrestrial animals, animals living on the land, breathe through their lungs. Reptiles and birds also have lungs. Mammals breathe through nose and lungs. Then after, aquatic animals live in water and they take in oxygen that is dissolved in water. Some of them breathe through their lungs, some through their gills. Fish, crabs and some other aquatic animals breathe through their gills. Dolphins, whales breathe through their lungs. They come to the surface of the sea once in a while to breathe. Then some animals such as frog breathe through their skin when they are in water and through their lungs when they are on land. Breathing through skin is called cutaneous breathing. Animals such as frogs that live on both on water and land and in water are called amphibians. Okay. Then here we have seen about the insect. So insects have small opening called spiracles on the sides of their body. They breathe through the spiracles, and up to here we have seen, and in next video we will just see about the plants, how they just breathe. Okay, now in your homework what you just do is in homework you have to just try what is respiration, what is respiration, okay. Then after, in terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, and amphibians. Amphibians, okay, and also in insects. So what you have to do in your homework, that is, you have to just write down what is respiration process, not respiration, it is R, respiration process, okay. Then after, how it occurs in terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, and in insects, okay, that you have to write down, and we will meet in the next video. Okay, bye students.